Hi everyone, my name is Julianne DiBenedetto, and I'm the Alumni Liaison for Paralegal Club and Lex Honor Society. And today I'm just going to give a short presentation about Paralegal Club. Some of you may have heard this or seen this presentation before, but some of you may have not. So I'm just going to briefly talk about Paralegal Club and what we're about. First, let's meet our club co-advisors. Sally N. Fairbank is the program coordinator of the Paralegal Studies program. She teaches Intro to Paralegal Studies and the Practicum course. Linda Jenkins is adjunct faculty, and she teaches drafting legal documents, advanced legal research and writing, and the bankruptcy law course. You may have had Linda or Sally in a class before, and if you haven't had them as a professor yet, you likely will in an upcoming class. Todd Holes is a program graduate, and he is the dedicated program tutor. So if you need help with any of your assignments, especially when it comes to the legal memos and trial memos in the writing classes, you can schedule a tutoring session in the Learning Center. Next, we'll take a look at our officers. We are a large group of very dedicated students, and we're always looking for more people to join. If you have class with any of us and you have questions about Paralegal Club, Lex Honor Society, or any upcoming events, please feel free to ask us. We always love talking about Paralegal Club. Not to brag too much, but Paralegal Club is one of the most award-winning clubs on campus. Just this past semester, Paralegal Club won Best Academic Pre-Professional Club of the Year. Linda Jenkins won Club Advisor of the Year, and our current president, Heather Sikora, won Best Club President. Lex Honor Society has also won awards over the years, including just this last semester. Not only are our clubs award-winning, but our faculty are recognized as well. Both Sally and Linda have won the COD College-Wide Outstanding Advisor Award. Capra Grant has won the COD Divisional Outstanding Part-Time Faculty Award, and Sally has even won awards outside of campus. So by now you've learned a lot about who we are, but what is it exactly that we do? Paralegal Club focuses on three main tenets: education, social events, and service and giving back. The first focus is on education. Paralegal Club strives to make education fun and engaging outside of the classroom. We do this through our academic workshops, speaker presentations, and tours. The academic workshops include Citation Day and Case Briefing Day, which are highly attended events by students and faculty alike. These are great workshops to expose you to legal citations and case briefing before your writing classes, or to use as extra practice while you're in those classes. Next, we have guest speakers. Our speakers include faculty, graduates of the program, and experts in the field, and they all present on various areas of law. Lastly, we have our off-campus events. These include the courthouse tour at the DuPage County Courthouse and bond court with Judge Douglas. I highly recommend attending both events if you're able. The courthouse tour gives great insight into the inner workings of the courthouse, and Judge Douglas, who is one of our program faculty here, volunteers for extra days to sit at bond court so that students can attend. Our next focus is on our social events. While we are largely focused on education, as we are an academic club on campus, we also like to have fun. Every fall semester, we have a holiday party, and every spring semester, we have a pizza party. These are fun events that give us time to relax a little and socialize before finals come around. Throughout the year, we have brown bag lunches where everyone brings a sack lunch and chit-chats and gets to meet other students in the program who maybe you haven't had classes with yet. The potluck brunch is held every summer, and faculty and program alumni also attend. In the spring, we have a Lex brown bag dinner, similar to the brown bag lunches where everyone brings a sack lunch. The Lex brown bag is for anyone who is interested in learning more about Lex or joining, and both current students and alumni attend. Our last focus is on service work. Paralegal Club has had a long-standing belief in giving back to our community. All year round, we work with Scarce, a recycling organization in Glen Ellen. At officer meetings and brown bag events, we peel the wrappers off of used crayons and sort those crayons by color. We then deliver them back to Scarce, and Scarce melts them down and molds the melted wax into fun shapes for children with fine motor skill disabilities. In the fall, we collect new toys and gently used cold weather goods for Lawyers Lend a Hand, which is a part of the DuPage County Bar Association. After collecting toys and clothing at various club events, we bring everything to the DCBA to sort, and the goods are given out to families in need right here in DuPage County. As a former club officer and now returning club officer, I can tell you firsthand that Paralegal Club never sleeps. We operate all year round, even in the summer. So with that being said, I'd just like to point out a few events that we have this summer. Starting this Wednesday, June 10th, we'll have a guest speaker, and then Wednesday, June 24th, we'll also have another guest speaker. Then Saturday, July 11th, will be our potluck brunch that we talked about before. Now, for the time being, all of our events are going to be conducted via Zoom. Normally, everything is done in person, but given the current circumstances, we'll be having all of our events via Zoom. So be sure to check your emails for updates, check our Facebook page, check our website, all of our social medias. If you have officers in your classes, be sure to talk to them to get up-to-date information on what's happening with those events. One very exciting event that I'd like to point out is coming up on Wednesday, September 9th. The Honorable John Ness is going to speak to Paralegal Club about the judicial confirmation process. Now, this is especially exciting because John Ness was the general counsel to College of DuPage, and he was appointed a federal judge by President Trump. He was hand selected. So this is very exciting news for the college and for Paralegal Club, and we're looking forward to him talking about the process. So this is an event that you won't want to miss. Be sure to catch this guest speaker on September 9th. Next, I'd just like to briefly discuss Lex. Now, you've heard me mention Lex a couple of times in this presentation, but I'd just like to give a little bit more detail into what that is in case you haven't heard of this before. There is a National Paralegal Honor Society. It's called Lambda Epsilon Chi, also known as Lex. And in order to join, there are some requirements. So first, if you are seeking an associate's degree, so you don't already have a degree in either paralegal studies or some other area, you would need a 3.25 overall GPA and at least a 3.6 GPA in just your paralegal studies classes. Now, if you already have a degree in something else and you are seeking a paralegal certificate, that 3.25 overall GPA is waived because you've already achieved a degree in something else. And the focus is just on the 3.6 GPA in paralegal studies. The next requirement is that you must have completed at least 2/3 of the paralegal program by the end of the spring semester in the year that you intend to be inducted. So your spring classes count. So just keep that in mind. If you have not made it 2/3 of the way through the paralegal program by your fall semester, you still have that extra spring semester to tack on some additional classes, maybe raise your GPA if needed, so that you can be inducted in the summer. The last requirement is that you will need to have spent at least 12 hours attending Paralegal Club events. So earlier in the presentation, how I talked about all of the different types of events that we have, the social events, the educational, the guest speakers, and I mentioned the events that are upcoming for the summer and then going into the fall. all of those count for what we call Lex hours. And every time you attend one of those events, you will accumulate a certain number of Lex hours. And once you have 12 Lex hours, assuming that you've met all of the other requirements, you'll be eligible to be inducted into Lex. You will need to apply to be accepted into Lex. Applications are due February 15th, and the induction ceremony will be in summer of 2021. Next, I'd like to mention some scholarship opportunities that are exclusive to the Paralegal Studies program. The first scholarship is the Capper and Mary Lou Grant Paralegal Scholarship. This is a $500 scholarship. The second scholarship is the Linda and Robert Jenkins Endowed Paralegal Studies Scholarships. This is a merit scholarship. You can apply to win one of two $500 Paralegal Studies scholarships, and both the Linda and Robert Jenkins Scholarship and the Capper and Mary Lou Grant Scholarship are awarded once every year. And lastly, I'd like to mention that the Paralegal Studies program has its own Paralegal Alumni Association, so that after graduation, we can all keep in touch. We have our own Google group, we have our own website, and we have a dedicated LinkedIn page just for graduates. So we can all keep in touch with updates on job opportunities, milestones, new jobs, alumni events, and continuing education. For more information, you can always email us. Our email address is on the screen. You can always check out our website and our Facebook page for up-to-date information on any events that are happening. And also subscribe to the Paralegal Studies program blog. That's a great resource for job opportunities. Thank you everyone for your time, and I hope to see you at some events coming up soon.